Oh, whoops. Forgot to change Twitch. Uh-oh. I might have done an oopsie. That's problematic. Anyways, greetings and salutations, mobbers, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order Lost Note number 7. Last time we were just repairing the, storm border. Oh, also, Olga Marie is feeling down the dumps and avoiding us. And Father Kotomine is obviously scheming in the back, because that's what he do. Anyways, but I think we're almost done with all the repairs. I think we got all the materials they need, so we might be finished it now, and then, like, I think it's gonna ramp up again. So let's go! We're back, Taboo. Where's Olga Marie? Is she back yet? You Olga Marie? No, I don't think she is. I did just see her on the main street, though. It looked like she was headed towards the altar. Then we must have just missed her. I'll go look for her. No, let me go. I'd like you to stay here and mash the corn, Mash. I prefer that too. The corn you crush with your shield is so smooth and soft you can't even tell it used to be corn. It's by far the best mashed corn I've ever had. I'd love to see you use your shield to grind cacao beans next. Oh, thank you. I'm honored. Though I doubt the rest of the Round Table Knights would be happy about this. You Olga Marie! What? I, wasn't hiding to avoid an awkward situation or anything. I just felt like a little detour. You know how it is. Sometimes you take a few odd turns when you're flying around. An Immelman turn? That's a flight extension maneuver, right? It was Immelman, the ace pilot's specialty. I learned about it from the video records I watched. So, what's it already? You stopped me for a reason, right? We just haven't had a chance to talk lately, so... Well, yeah, because I've been avoiding you. I see. So you're here in your capacity as my secretary. Admirable work ethic. Then I suppose I can head back. I already have a perfect understanding of Chichen Itza's layout anyway. At this point, I can handle an Ocelote invasion no matter what tricks they might pull. Won't even be hard, not that I have any reason to defend the city. Isn't protecting humankind central to your presidential platform? So how are things with you? Are the storm border repairs going well? I've noticed a lot of Deinos coming and going. Looks like they're enjoying learning about technology from proper human history. You guys are good at making friends, aren't you? You did the same thing with me. We actually have to meet at the command room first thing tomorrow. Oh, you mean the bridge of your ship I visited before? So you managed to restore power? I'd rather not see that Gordov guy's face again, but I'd love to see that place up and running. You said tomorrow morning, right? What kind of mission are you guys going to be resuming? Having said that, more than half are against her coming aboard the Stormboarder, myself included. Barrow Draco? Okay, I have to ask. Is it okay if I come along too? Of course. Forget it. I changed my mind. I don't care about your ship anyway. Besides, unlike you, I don't need a vehicle to fly. And I only promise to accompany you until you rendezvous with Kaldia anyway. Go back without me. I still want to spend more time looking around the city. But save me some cornbread. I really like it. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is you're apologizing for. But if there's something weighing on your mind, maybe asking about it would help. So, is there anything you want to ask me? Something I want to ask you? Nah. I see. Good. Honestly, I don't think I could have answered you. Oh, and if you see Wak-chan... Never mind. Just forget it. Anyway, you have an early morning tomorrow, right? Go on then. Shut down for the day and enjoy those dream things or whatever. So, good night. Oh, Fragment 2, what? Whose POV are we seeing now? We're all together. Who, Cold Cat? Maybe? Oh. Oh. Long time no see, President Girl. Have you come for your revenge? I gotta say, I'm amazed you survived that. Guess you're right to call yourself a god. So all three of you are still alive. What an odd quirk of fate that we're all here together at the moment the world ends. Even if it's more of a preview. Is this really what you want, David? Kirishitaru rebelled against the foreign god's machinations. He tried to use his tree of emptiness to evolve all of humankind. But you're trying to eradicate us completely, and that's no different from the foreign god's efforts to erase human history. I don't know who I am. Because after that servant killed me, I temporarily reset myself to reduce the strain that comes with a reboot. When I woke up in that cave, all I could remember was my name, my purpose, and information I probably acquired from video records on an external storage unit. I am an alien named Yu Olga Marie. My purpose is to take charge of foolish humankind and save this planet. Those two things are all I remembered. I have to say, even dead, I did a stellar job. There was no way anyone could misinterpret something so simple. But, and maybe this was due to my reset, when I lost the ornaments that made me who I am, it exposed some parts of me which had, until then, been hidden. I began to feel my feelings much more freely. Put differently, my judgment was impaired. I began ignoring my assigned order, and instead prioritized my own decisions. And so I chose certain courses of action simply because I thought they were good. I like doing that. I don't understand why, but when I was traveling with Bear Draco and Mash to Chichen Itza, the best word to describe how I felt was fulfilled. I was also interested in the organization they said they belonged to. When I told them I'd help them, my brain was absolutely flooded with dopamine. And so, I just chose to ignore the differences between the Earthlings and myself. I had the sense that everything would kind of work out somehow. Even though I have no idea who I really am. Oh crap, what voice I give him? I'm here! I'm finally here! I'm seeing the best scenery in all of Chichen Itza with the most beautiful woman I ever laid eyes on. I was completely at a loss for words. After I had spent the whole day with Wakchan, the warrior, as he showed me around the city. The last place we visited was neither a glamorous meeting hall nor a noisy stadium. It was a tranquil but unremarkable landscape, offering nothing more than a peaceful view of the whole city. It's pretty, right? Sunlight's great for sure, but I also really like these nighttime lights. They say the bonfire is just to keep darkness away, and that sunless nights are supposed to be for resting. But I like seeing the Deinos' shadow cast by the flames. I like the pictures they paint on the walls. I guess it feels like really living somehow, not just surviving, like in the jungle. It's almost like we're leaving behind proof that we exist in places where there usually wouldn't be any. I know they're just shadows, but whenever I see one that looks like my old man, it always reminds me of him. I didn't say anything in response. I couldn't. Because that's when it really hit me. This is a truly tranquil world. Dino society is downright utopian compared to human society. There's no comparison whatsoever. The fact that their strongest warrior's favorite place wasn't an arena for him to demonstrate his combat prowess, but a quiet place overlooking the entire city was undeniable proof. Olga? What's wrong? Are you hurt? Did you bang yourself on something? But I don't see any wound. This is exactly the kind of world I wanted to create before I wound up like this. Even so, I can feel myself rejecting it. It's such a wonderful world, but I know I have no place in it. I am the sort of being who burns places like this to the ground. This is wrong. Too different. Well, what's different? The way you look? The way you're shaped? I mean, yeah, you're obviously different from us and from Bear Draco's group. But that doesn't bother me. All that matters is what's on the inside. Your heart. And your heart is beautiful. Your heart is exactly the color of the stars I saw at the observatory when I was a kid. It's spiky and cool, and it's got all 7 colors of the rainbow. It's not shaped like anyone else's. My judgment was impaired. I was prioritizing my emotions. That's why I've had it! Go away! Get out of my sight! Olga? What is it? Why are you so mad? I've always hated lizards. From the first moment I saw you, I've been sick to my stomach. And you have the gall to put yourselves on the same level as humanity. A species as ugly and stupid as yours could never be anything like humanity. I was so harsh with him. And so, that Deinos, who once seemed so free-spirited, so innocent, so larger than life, slunked away, forlorn, seeming like he's shrunk to half his size. I feel a wave of self-loathing so intense it makes me dizzy. My body's functions begin to fluctuate because of how sorry I feel for what I just did to Wakchan. I was lashing out, plain and simple. I must be more aggressive, short-tempered, and cowardly than I realized. I didn't have the courage to stop Wakchan from leaving, or to apologize. Not then. Even now, I don't have the courage to join everyone else, so I'm spending another night, wandering aimlessly alone. Still, I have no idea what to do. My memory reset was only temporary. I can still remember what I forgot if I see it again. Which is why Tezcatlipoca, seeing him made me remember something. I remember him killing me once, and I remember that when he did, he called me the Foreign God. I'm the Foreign God, Caldea's sworn enemy. I may be a proud being. I may be proud of being an enemy of humanity, but I don't even want to think about being an enemy of Caldea. I don't think I can go back to Tepu's house right now. Not until I get my emotions sorted out. Wow! I didn't even realize the sun had already left. Those proper human history stories are so interesting. There's so much more that I want to hear about the Lost Belts.
That Greece place sounded awesome. I'd love to visit it myself. They said machines like the Stormborer were all over the world. Can you imagine?
The main street was filled with Deinos talking about Caldea. I guess Bail Draco is telling them stories about the Lost Belts at the Sokta Shrine. Why would they bother telling the Deinos all that? That would just... It would just let the Deinos find out who did all this. Maybe Bail Draco and Mash don't know I'm the Foreign God. No, of course they don't. If they did, they would never have let me come along with them. Bail Draco doesn't know. Mash doesn't know. Nobody at Caldea knows. They can't know. They can't. I'm not Deinos. I'm not human. I don't belong anywhere.
But you know, as much as I like to hear more stories.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Proper human history stories are fun, but they're also really sad. Fun, but sad. Of course they are. We couldn't ever really be a part of that group, no matter how much we might want to. Forget it. I'm just going to stop thinking. I'm going to forget I'm the Foreign God, and go back to who I was before I went to Mexico City. But just when I was about to completely give in to desperation... Hey, there you are! Hey! I saw Bail Draco waving and coming my way. Assassin and Berserker. Section 12. Kingdom of Corpses. Jesus Christ. Did not read that one. I just woke up. Who does that? Good morning. You're the first one up today. Nice to see you seem to have gotten a good night's rest. You Ogre Marie told me told me to go to bed early yesterday. You know, Bear Draco, Father Kotomine actually left me a message to give to you. It's about her. Not so long ago, I'm sure I would only have told you the message's contents, and would not have been able to imagine how you might feel about them, but... No, never mind that. Let me just give you the message. Chaldeans, I know this is a short notice, but the young miss and I have decided to part ways with you. Though she has yet to regain her memories, and she is not yet sure who she really is, she has said, and I quote, I am sick and tired of dumb dinos, weak-ass earthlings, and stupid, sweltering McLan. We will therefore be leaving this Lost Belt tonight. I'm sorry I can't be present for your confrontation with David, but as the young Mrs. Butler, I am obliged to obey her. I wish you luck in your future endeavors. Shepherd of Lost Sheep, Father Kotomine. The end. You mean, she's already gone? Yes. Oh, and one more thing. Father Kotomine asked me to give this to you as well. Are the carvings on this bark what you call English? Anyway, he said you Ogre Marie made this for you. I cannot help you save the Earth. I'm sorry. I see. So you, Ogre Marie, and Raspoon are gone. I actually saw that you, Ogre Marie, the foreign god's signal had disappeared from our instruments. I was only able to follow it part way, but it looks like she was headed towards the surface. Well, the first stratum.
Well, she didn't attack us, so that suggests she still hasn't regained her memories. She may not have liked me much, but it felt more like she saw me as a rival than an actual enemy. If anything, it seemed like she was fond of us, especially Bear Draco and Mash. But she still left without saying goodbye. That must mean she was offended by how wishy-washy we were about including her. I know what that's like. Hell, I don't know what it's like to not feel that way. Every time I joined a club in university, I always felt like I was the only one who didn't belong. It's hard. It feels like lying on a bed of nails. And above all, my fierce pride simply couldn't take it. I bet it was Rasputin's idea. I mean, I know I told him they should leave. But seeing Bear Draco and Mesh's responses is making me wonder if I was wrong. No, deep down, I think I was secretly hoping you, Ogre Marie, the splitting image of Ogre Marie, will officially join Caldia in the end.
I'm gonna miss her too. Yes, she was the foreign god, but she was hilarious to watch, and had gaps in her knowledge of defense so big you could drive a bus through them. If I had managed to take advantage of one of those openings and analyze her, that would have made it really easy to find out what exactly the foreign god is, why she looks like Caldia's former director, and how she incarnated into a beast's spirit origin. Alright everyone, chin up. No harm has been done, so there's no cause to be depressed. We may have lost our chance to verify it, but the fact that she is still suffering from memory loss is good news. This gives us an opportunity to complete one of our original objectives, stop the foreign god from fusing with ORT. I agree. Heartless as it sounds, there's no sense discussing this further. You, Ogre Marie, is no longer helping us. She's our enemy once more, and that's how I'm going to think of her. Got that, Mash, Bear Draco? But maybe she hasn't left for good. There's still a chance she could decide to come back. Yes, that's definitely possible. So if you do run into her again, make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. That said, if she comes to us asking to talk instead of attacking, I won't force you to strike first. If that time comes, I'll leave the decision up to you. Got it? Go on. Repeat back what I said.
Thank you, Captain.
That's not what I said. Also, why are you thanking me?
Because it shows that you trust not only us, but her too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. That Marine didn't have any unique skills separate from the rest of the series, but he was a much better judge of character than I've ever been. Alright, it took us longer than I expected, but it's finally time to start our staff briefing. First, I want to reconfirm our main objectives. The primary one, as we just mentioned, was to neutralize the foreign god and stop her from fusing with ORT. Our secondary objective was to exercise the South American Lost Belt and to capture the last crypter, David. Obviously, things have changed since then. There's been no shortage of surprises in this Lost Belt, and now we need to rethink how we handle those two objectives. For one, now that the foreign god is suffering from memory loss, he's not even thinking about fusing with ORT. Meanwhile, David the Cryptor and his servant, Tezcatlipoca, are now trying to use ORT for their own ends. If what you saw in Mexico City was, in fact, a vision of the near future, then we must begin by considering how we can prevent it from coming to pass.
Right you are. Unfortunately, the Orson Acts contained no video footage of the collapse of Milan and Earth that Baron Draco reported. Not because it didn't record for that span of time, you see, but because that footage, and only that footage, was lost. We therefore have no choice but to take our field operative's word for it. Still, I have to ask, are you sure the whole Earth was really falling apart? It was an illusion, or a force of perspective, or something along those lines? It was real, no question. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm not talking about your testimony. I'm talking about David's absolutely insane plan. Is he working for the foreign god? And doesn't the foreign god want to rule Earth? So how could she possibly rule the planet if it no longer exists? Koroskaya, do you have any idea what he's thinking? The fact is, you did used to be on the crypto side, so you must know more than anyone else here.
I'm afraid I haven't the slightest clue, and I'm not alone there. David was always enigmatic, even to the other cryptors and the foreign god disciples. Before the foreign god appeared here as Yu Marie, she was only focused on Lord Kiristara. She had less than no interest in the other cryptors. Now that I think about it, though, she did kind of seem like she was deliberately ignoring David. Well, more that she chose to leave him out of her plans. She never so much as gave him an order. Never even said she didn't care what he did. That's not how you treat a subordinate, if anything. Yes, she was treating him like an equal, or possibly a superior. The foreign god and I signed a mutual non-aggression pact, which let me do whatever I wanted. But the foreign god never had any authority over Lord David. Maybe Lord David was never even a cryptid to begin with. Never a cryptid to begin with? Does that mean he was never really on Kiristaria's side?
I see. Now I understand what that file of wood dimes I saw in Olympus was talking about. Curiolite, David was a member of Team A. That's not in question. That said, he was never in the same position as us. He didn't owe the foreign god anything. For that matter, the rest of us never had even heard the word cryptor until we were brought back to life. Me, Ophelia, Akuta, Beryl, none of us had heard it before, but it looked like David was already familiar with it. At the time, I thought that name was like a blood oath sealing our vow to revolt against humanity. but I was wrong. It was actually the foreign god who told Curious Taria that we were to be called cryptors.
So calling you cryptors was not Wooddime's idea after all. Then, what are the requirements for being one? Do you just need to be a member of Team A?
I'm not totally sure, but like I said, the rest of us only learned the name Cryptor when the foreign god resurrected us. What's more, there was a price we had to pay if we were going to be resurrected. Resolve the incineration of humanity. While we were in our coffins, the foreign god promised to resurrect us. If we could prove we had the same power to resolve the incineration of humanity incident that Baron Draco and Mash did. But that was impossible. Me, Ophelia, and everyone else on Team A were all dead in our coffins. It was hopeless. We couldn't even have made it through the first singularity like that. So, Wooddime did it for us. He resolved the incineration of humanity incident all by himself several times over, so that we wouldn't have to. He never said anything about it, never threw it in our faces. He just made sure we all had the same opportunities he did.
Yes, I can certainly see him doing that. I understand how you feel, Cowduck.
It's okay. I'm calmer now. I can just imagine the troubled expression on Wooddime's face if he saw me making you sympathize with me like this. Anyway, my point is, I never found any mention of David's resurrection. I'm just guessing here, but I think David somehow managed to resurrect himself. Apparently, the foreign god needed a certain amount of energy to resurrect us. In fact, it took the same amount of energy needed to clear the incineration of humanity. David managed it by generating that energy all on his own. I bet even the foreign god must have been at a loss. According to Wooddime's records, the foreign god gave us only minimal support in our coffins by letting us use Kalia's summoning system to summon servants. But apparently, David didn't even make use of that. So even though it was all just a simulation, he still resolved the incineration of humanity alone, without a single servant.
So, he made it all the way from the first singularity to the final one? Entirely on his own?
What the hell? What is he? Some kind of super master or something? Was he being a jerk? Or just showing off? Did he just feel compelled to prove he's a better master than Baron Draco by resolving the incineration of humanity without a single servant's help? It wasn't like that. Again, I'm quoting from Wooddime's records. David Semvoid was omitted because his way of thinking and living never belonged with humanity in the first place.
I see. Then he would have had no choice but to satisfy this condition on his own. Because he... Yeah, he's not part of humankind. And since he isn't on humanity's side, he couldn't summon a servant even if he wanted to.
Yeah! Must you sound the alarm at the worst possible timing so familiar? What is it anyway?
We've got a problem. Some things rampaging outside. Even the Deinos are all fleeing in terror. Maybe we should suspend the briefing for now and see what's up?
Got it! Baron Draco, Mash!
We're on it.
Right, Hamtrap, can you help us?
Sure thing. It's probably just some carnivorous insects or slowman anyway. I'll have this wrapped up in no time. Okay. I think I have a second black rail somewhere. Oh wait, no, I need a locker or second skull first. We're against assassins and berserker, right? So caster. Okay, Castoria and hopefully that's enough to blast through all the enemies. Maybe I should press on target one. Just in case. Or the hell they mean moving corpses? If I had a Happy Cat card in the first turn, I would have used it first. Damn it. Bye, Happy Cat. If I can save any of my MP charge skills, that's for the best. Damn it. Come on, Siege, go charge your MP. Nice. All berserkers. Taking big hits. Okay, that would be her last NP for a while. Nice.
こでまっすぐもしもし
シトラセキュ
Okay, he has a barrier, right? Yeah.
ー追加に準備
Yeah, okay. He does have a barrier.
今のうちに
聖
準備
杯よ
許します
我が呼びかけに応えよ
I don't think I'll gain enough to get it all back, but it should help at least.
転身開始彼方への巡礼を我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ
If we get 70, we're
邪
good.
竜なり万物融解量がアルグリーゼ
Oh, I did not expect that. God, it takes forever.
天罰天罰白兵戦行きます
Alright.
望まれることを望まれたよう
我が呼びかけに応えよ
私の鏡
If we can insta-kill the big
それ
boss,
はいつか
we're
来
good.
る兆しの星誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょうアラウンドカイバーン
転身開始彼方への巡礼を我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物融解量がアルグリーゼ
Oh, wow. Did a lot more damage than I thought it did.
屍の鏡
I mean, sure, it's super effective, but still.
飛び出た恐怖の心アンツーネブタチュゼルありがとうございます皆さんのおかげです
Six on six on six on six. Alright, Berserker. Kamadoth! It's Kamadoth!
It's the man! The Shadow of Death is here! He didn't even wait for it to get dark!
Run! Run for your lives! Run before he sucks your blood and turns you into a living corpse!
More enemies approaching from the jungle. There's still more coming, Master.
Those footsteps are shaking the ground. Must be mindless Deinos. Be careful, everyone. No President or Kukulkan right now, so we need a servant to break through his defenses. Or a mystic code if you got one that can do the trick. Why? Okay, it sounds like there's only one enemy, so... where are you, Happy Cat? I have a way to apply burn, right? I have one way to apply burn. Surely, nothing can go wrong. Surely he won't have debuff immune.
みんなついてきて。
Right, invincible. God damn it. Dead Apostle? What? He needs to do that? Ignore evade and pierce invincible. Fantastic.
急な仕事？何かあります？
Nya, 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 nya.
これは君に待つ夢の生産。どれほど辛い別れでも響くものはきっとある。顔を上げて。ここでまっすぐ。痛いのは。
Big damage. No Melusine cards, which is bad.
ふん、そうなんだ。この服は汚したくないな。戦いですか。やだな。
So that was horribly unlucky.
やだな。白兵戦行きます。
Is that a burn one or something else? Attack up removal. Uh-oh. In the end, I didn't even get my burn cards. Fantastic.
仕留める。もちろんやります。新面偽装。精錬たる湖面月光を返す。沈め。イノセンスアロンライト。
Oh, thank gosh, you don't do 300k. God damn it. Wow, still no cards. I'm honestly kind of scared to use my batteries right now. Because of how he's been draining our NP. Enough. God damn it. Oh, that was so unlucky. Man. Should I just go full dragon? All I knew was one of my Ars cards. All I freaking knew. might get poisoned.
敵ねえ次はもちろん君はもう私のものだ血も肉もこぼさない深い皆そこに連れて行こう
Wow, thankfully unbuffed. He still does the almost 200 kick.
敵が多いんだねマスターはそれはそれで私には都合がいいけど
Did that Deinos just turn to dust?
I thought the same. It seemed like something other than poison or pain robbed it of its intelligence. I never thought we would run into monsters like that in a Lost Belt. I'll be brief. You just fought a vampire. That Deinos must have been attacked by a blood-sucking monster, then became one itself. As for the animated corpses you fought prior to that one, they must have been lesser familiars than ghouls. Such monsters are created by imbibing the blood of the undead, which causes them to instinctively seek more blood, even after death. They are a type of enemy we have not seen previously. They are also a foreign enemy, which would not normally be our problem. So now, as if David Sem Void and Tezcatlipoca were not bad enough, it seems we must also address another new threat to Caldia.
It's not new at all. It's Camazotz. The Deinos even said so.
Camazotz, as in the one of the major dark gods of Balba, described in the Popova text of Mayan mythology? Now that you mention it, I remember seeing details about someone by that name in Bear Dragon's report as well. Are you sure that is him? Are you certain you were not mistaken? Or that you misheard, perhaps? According to the Popova, Kamatoz was a monster who cut off people's heads to drink their blood, but it says nothing about him being able to control the undead, or the dead. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Shion and Da Vinci. For our Deinos, Kamatoz is even more threatening than the Knight. Whenever he shows up, all the Deinos hide away in their homes. And that means they won't be able to help prepare the border, so it'll take us way longer to finish fixing it. Well, I suppose our original plan was to fix it ourselves, so we haven't really lost anything in that sense.
Never mind repairs for now. Isn't Chichen Itza in trouble? Yes, it is. We're in Chichen Itza's territory right now, and there's no telling when those monsters might head for the city.
Then we have no choice but to defeat Camazotz. Besides, he's the one who's been using Master's command spells without his permission. I knew we would have to face him eventually, so if that time is now, I have no objections.
So he's the one with the command spells?
Alright. I don't blame you for being upset, Mash. Also, I'm surprised you already knew Camazotz, Tepu. I thought you were meeting him for the first time back in the first underworld along with the rest of us.
Well, that was my first time actually meeting him in person. Camazotz is the only being in McLaren who is superior to us Deinos, which makes him a threatening figure. I just happened not to think of him that way myself, so when we met him, I only thought the only thought I had was, oh, so that's Camazotz.
So the Deinos are simply scared of him then. I suppose that means it's up to us then. It's only right that we repay the Deinos for all their help and hospitality. Bill Draco, Mash, go take care of Camazotz for them. I'll even send Koi and Skylar to help you.
Me? Why me?
Oh, no particular reason. I certainly haven't been wondering how long this vixen means to keep mooching off of us, wondering if she'll ever take a page from the Downs book. None of that has even occurred to me. No, sir. Not once. Anyway, good luck.
I've decided I'm coming along too. I already know which direction the ghouls came from. It's a jungle northwest of here. The same place you all went to look for food before. What did you just say?
Uh-oh. Taboo knows something. Multiple enemies.
I was so intrigued, I decided to join you. Kamazos is probably hiding out in the ancient Khan ruins. It's a dangerous place, so this time, I want to do everything I can to ensure all of your safety this time. This time? Did something happen at these ruins before? No, not Khan. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Come, let's hurry. Taboo, he was talking about what happened with Marine.
Are these Khan ruins dangerous?
Khan was a city, well, a kingdom really, that predated Chichen Itza. It's believed that the Deinos who rebuilt Chichen Itza actually used Khan as a reference. That's news to me. What happened then? Did the kingdom decline naturally, or did a later king decide to relocate the capital? We're not sure. To this day, no Deinos know what Khan was like in its heyday. We don't know what life was like for the Deinos who lived there, or why Khan ultimately disappeared. This was a long time ago, you understand. The only knowledge the priests passed down was knowledge acquired after Chichen Itza was completed. That being said, some Deinos do believe Khan's downfall had something to do with the forced annihilation.
So McLeod also experienced extinction events?
No, it didn't reach the level of extinction. The Deinos survived, as you can see. I already told Father Kotomine this, but according to Kukulkan, McLeod's son once went into a hibernation of sorts. Consequently, McLeod experienced a night which lasted for a very, very long time. In turn, the Deinos had no choice but to follow the sun's lead, close their eyes, and enter a deep slumber. In your terms, this sleep lasted about 100,000 years. When the sun returned, less than 10% of the Deinos who had gone to sleep were able to reawaken. 100,000 years? And only 10% of you came back? There's no way you could have repopulated your species with so few... Oh wait, now I think about it, humans experienced a similar miracle. 70,000 years ago, back when modern humankind only existed in West Africa, there was a freak weather event that reduced the population down to only 2,000 people. They survived the crisis though, and eventually spread out to other continents, eventually growing their numbers to 7 billion alive today. Although, the way Tebu put it, it sounds like the Deinos were able to cryopreserve themselves. Maybe they have something similar to cryotobiasis, the ability that lets tetragrades survive even in outer space. That clinches it. The Deinos are clearly a new type of prime species. One that was purposely designed for it with a talent for genetic manipulation that never existed in proper human history. It's not much further to the Khan ruins now. Please, watch your step, everyone. There are many fences to trip on there.
Yeah, those are definitely ruins, but there's something about them. Ugh.
Right, something feels off about them. Koinskaya, is something wrong? Something wrong? Perish the thought. I was just taking a little trip down memory lane, that's all. More importantly, look up. Don't you recognize those flapping sounds and that creepy laugh?
How cruel, how endlessly deliciously cruel you cluster together in your weaknesses. Cowering, trembling, you build walls, you prosper, and eventually you have yourselves a kingdom. But no matter how you rack your brains, you're still hopelessly weak. All that hard work, wasted. In the end, all that remains is you. Of you is your bones, and the ruins of your shattered, forgotten dreams. What can one do but laugh? Look down upon you in contempt. Truly, the tears of the weak are as sweet as the blue blood in their veins. How I've enjoyed waiting for you, apes! It was worth the trouble of sending my messengers to get your attention. I'm accustomed to boredom, but don't take that to mean I'm anything approaching patient. You respond so quickly. The Deinos could learn a lot from you in that regard. But faster isn't always better. I only count 3 sevens with you this time. The Shield Girl, the Child Scholar, and the Gusta Beast. Do you really mean to challenge me, the Lord of the Underworld, with this pathetic lot? Has Tezcatlipoca riled you so much that you forgot the foolhardy display of valor you showed in the Underworld, priest of Chaldea? Fine. Let's have your excuse then. Why have you so underestimated me? Are you and Tezcatlipoca in cahoots? What? That's certainly not what I was expecting. No matter. I do like an interesting question. Tezcatlipoca has paid me much in tribute. But no, we are not in cahoots. He forbade me from attacking the Oslame. I accepted, in exchange for knowledge. After that, he proposed a new deal right around the time you apes showed up. He said he wanted to change the nature of the layers of the underworld. I accepted in exchange for command spells. That's all there is to it. It doesn't change the fact that one day he and I will fight to the death over who rules Mictlan. But before that day comes, it's time to slate my thirst. Don't worry. All I need from you is your head. I do so love blood, but I hate having the same blood twice. Unfortunately, you all look alike. I can't be expected to tell an Ocelote from a servant, so it's my personal policy to kill any creature whose blood I've tasted before. Would you like to know why? So I don't ever have to look at them again, and I won't have to resort to tasting their blood twice. So welcome, welcome! Listen well, undead warriors of Khan. The time has come to add to your ranks.
Okay, 4 servants, and I have to use... Oh, I can use all the support. Okay, we're good. I technically do have a Arts Berserker that can loop. But maybe looping isn't the best play here. Maybe twirling's the strategy this time.
Near from a Warball. Wait, Battle Infinite? What?
喉の渇きを癒す時だ。なに、首だけ残っていればいい。ここでお前たちを歓迎しよう。不死なるカーンの戦士よ、その同胞を増やす時だ。
So jealous. Why do mobs have freaking break bars? Also, they're a lot weaker than I thought they were gonna be.
あまり悩ませないで。さて、どこから潰したものか。
Hmm.
早炊きですよ、カルウェナ。早炊きですよ、カルウェナ。宝具を目を背けないで。それは絶えず見た滅びの海、最果てにありながらトリバースロードツキャメル分断する。
Magma weapon? Oh, because of me, obsidian, right? Archer support?
早炊きですよ、カルウェナ。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
Ooh, I don't think I can do 20k.
いい判断です。下がっているように目を背けないで逃がすもの。
Never mind.
そこです。モルゴー。
お望みのままに。
誇りに立てて。
何？あ、どう？
目を背け、よく言いました。慈悲だ、神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もな
I was wondering if it was better to use Morgan's for a chain or do the full MP chain with everyone else. But I figured getting back 40% is probably better. Oh my god! Seriously? Okay, I was totally wrong. Apparently I should have used the whole chain. Jesus, did not expect to be one shot. Okay, it's just scarier than I thought. I better save Merlin's invincible then.
暗き湖よ、黄昏の時よ、再び。そう、いいでしょう。私の足元で許しを請いなさい。落ちよ、ロードレスキャメロット。
そこは壁もなく
Alright, get the garden up.
始まりの空。 魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
And then we pop the shields.
最果ての島罪の都最後の竜は我がの目に集う円卓の守護者たちラウンド・オブ・アバロン。
Okay, I got 30 stars.
Hmm?
下がっているように
お望みのままに。
そこです。
God damn it, really?
簡単に終わらないように。式を通してあげるように食べなさい。
いいとも。
圧倒します。目を背けないで。
何？さあとも。
輝きを
Damn.
逃がすものか。
Okay, so shields, we're good. Interesting. Alright, let's do a Castoria chain then.
そこです。やっ輝きをロック。形がチリチリと
Really? I know she's a caster, but still. Okay, Merlin's up apparently. I guess we just chain with Morgan. The overkill should scare Max. Yep. How long do I have to do this for? Alright, then we just blast them again.
王の話をするとしよう。
Because our buster gone.
始め。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。最果てにありながらトリバースロードキャメル。
星の宇宙物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者に通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
最果ての島
Alright,
罪の都
another 4 hits for
最
us.
後の竜は我がの目に集う円卓の守護者たちラウンド・オブ・アバロン。
Alright, I mean, they're
あまり悩
basically dead anyway, so.
楽しかったですカルウェナ。
Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? 70? God damn it.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
熱を帯びなさいマルミアドワーズ。ホーグ下がっているように。よく言いました。ホーグを展開しました。レインデンス。そういいでしょう。私の足元で許しを請います。落ちよロードレスキャメロット。すべて見つめます。よろしい。 下がっているように
いいとも。
目を背けないで。そこです。そうモルゴー
Okay, we take care of the saber next turn at least. Probably should take care of the archer. Turtle, turtle, turtle. Turtle, turtle, turtle.
私の足元で許しを請いなさい。落ちよ。ロードレスキャメロット。
The only thing that can kill this team is bad plays. Oh, and buff removal. That really kills them. Every GD time. Awesome. Only 4 bones for that.
Truly spectacular fighting, servants! Reminds me of the good old Dark Ages. I never thought the billion souls and gallons of blood I consumed would one day be the driving force for all these skeletons.
Is he embedding the warrior's souls inside the skeletons?
We can't get near Kamazos with all these skeletons around. Do you have a shot, Koyaskaya? I'm afraid not. This crowd of skeletons is doing a wonderful job of making an obstruction of themselves. Unfortunately for us, this is the perfect place for a necromancer. By my count, there are no fewer than 100,000 corpses buried here.
Let's go! We can't fight him here!
That's right, I don't need the underworld to summon the dead. And it looks like you apes can't see the blood threads I'm using to bind souls to the skeletons. Damn it! Guy looks like an idiot, but he's really good at this. He's got us boxed in. We don't have a way out. I can force my way past them and into the jungle, but I won't get more than a few meters. I don't think retreat is an option right now, Master.
Then we go after Kamazos instead.
I'm afraid that's not a good idea. The moment Mash gets close to him, he'll retreat back up to the sky, and the skeletons will completely swarm her. We need a decoy, something big and tough who won't get hurt in all this. Honestly, it has to be me. Alright, everyone. I'll see you later. I should be able to hold out as long as the sun is here, but I would very much appreciate if you came to rescue me as soon as you can. Huh? Tapu? Bear Truck mentioned in his report, it looks as strong as magnetic armor. There, I fired a volley of my prized napalm rockets. We now have a clear path into the jungle. It won't last long though, so I suggest anyone who wants to live get moving and quick. Senpai!
Hang in there, Tapu. I promise we'll come back for you. Another swarm. We overheard everything on the comms. We know Tapu stayed behind in enemy territory. I wish we could combat the enemy's numbers with our own, but... We'll help save Master Tapu. We gotta.
But we can't handle Kamazos. He's just too scary. I know we should be afraid, but I just can't stop shaking.
Oh, for
Get a hold of yourselves, soccer raptors! We're not going to demand that non-combatants put themselves in danger. We just need your speed. Run to the temple as fast as you can, and fetch Kukulkan. She's seriously strong. She should have no trouble handling hundreds, no, thousands of enemies. Our seventh bro is already doing just that. But he screeched that he can't find Lady Kukulkan anywhere. Damn it! She just does whatever the hell she feels like, doesn't she? I suppose this is it then. Koiska can't do much against skeletons since they don't desire anything, and Captain's unable to leave the board right now. Does this mean it's time for Kadok, with his anti-beast magecraft and combat focus, so accustomed to fighting on the front lines? Shion, an expert alchemist and an elite member of the Atlas Institute, whose plans always go according to her calculations? Myself, an intellectual mage and expert commander, who issues orders left and right from HQ? And Mjolnir, who can probably also do something useful, to join Bell Draco in battle?
I'm not really a combatant, you know. I cannot use threads or pull off combos or anything like that.
Who the hell is this? Is it Nitocris?
I overheard the whole thing.
Oh wait, or the Waktan. I overheard the whole thing. It seems my time has come. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Nitocris. Damn it! Hey, yeah! What better way to fight zombies than with mummies?
No one can match me in the art of necromancy. That Kamazaz is even using zombies and skeletons. It shows just how much he has to learn. If this demon claims to be a skilled summoner, I will show him the true might of an Egyptian technique. The technique that even makes our undead comfort and well-being.
Ah, wow.
The technique that even takes our undead's comfort and well-being into consideration by ensuring they still have bodies.
Oh, now that is confidence, right there. I'd never have believed you are the same servant who's been on a losing streak since we got here. Well said, Nitocris. This is your chance to redeem yourself after your humiliatingly lost to Talok.
Did you really need to bring that up right now? Yes, I can hear them. The voices of the dead. With so many here, even an inexperienced necromancer can embed them in vessels. He could call out to 100 dead, and he would only capture one. I doubt he cares who he gets as long as they can fight.
So the other 99 are just ignoring him. Are you certain you can win?
I am. This is where we fought that turkey. I remember its cry was no ordinary thing. I see now it was because it was calling out to the dead. That's why it affected me so much. I can hear the voices of the dead. I'm ashamed I didn't realize this at the time, and only dismissed it as a healthy morning call. So you essentially left your spirit channel on and dialed up to a maximum volume? More or less, yes. It didn't do me any favors at the time, but at least I can make use of the experience now. I'm going to layer a spell that mimics that bird's cry over Kamazaz's necromancy, essentially jamming his signal. Only a truly exceptional necromancer could hope to keep control of their familiars under those circumstances.
So, which set of ears do you use to listen to the dead anyway?
Do try to keep your insolence to a minimum. As for my ears, it doesn't matter either way. We're here! These are the Khan ruins! Now where's Tepu? Ouch! These Khan soldiers are hurting me. Looks like he's tired, but still hang in there. Whew, we're not too late. So you return, Guardian boy. Good. Struggling like that really gets your blood pumping. So, what did you bring this time? A storm? A fire? A disease? It doesn't matter. The Cotton Warriors are indestructible. You can never defeat them with the kind of violence you'd use on the living. Huh? I don't know what's going on, but this would seem to be our chance. I'll open my underworld mirror and cleanse the spirits that fill this land. Yeah! A necromancer! You should be ashamed! Revolting! Revolting! I want to tear out my own eyes! Out. I want to tear my own eyes out! It's so hideous! Kill that woman, my warriors, otherwise she will send you into a nightmare from which you'll never awaken! How dare you hear the voices of the dead, even outside the underworld! There's only room in the clan for one necromancer, and that's me!
Whew, man, I really gotta work on my voices. Mash has been a story member. Gosh darn it. We're gonna bury up Nisa Chris as much as possible. Picnic, that's it. Alright, let's go.
やはりそうか、尻を使い恥を知れ。目玉が潰れるほどおぞましい。戦士ども殺すがいい。冥界以外で死者の声を聞く蛮行許すまじ。
我が身はホルスなりしファラオなれば。
Alright, so she gains medium chance to inflict stun against target undead when attacking, and reduce skill cooldown for herself by 1 and end turn. Oh wow.
仕方ありませんね。大逆に死。熱を帯びなさい。マルミアドワーズ。お覗きが合いますね。
No brick bars, at least. Nice. Nice. So it's pretty much mechanically what happens, huh? Hmm. Break bars. Actually, how does that play with this? And of course, this is when Chris doesn't have a freaking card. I chose a bad Castoria. I can't believe this. Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Well, I know who I'm going to unfriend later. Oh, come on, hit new, Chris. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oh wow, fully charged. I guess it's like the one situation where her refund actually works when the death triggers. God damn it. Okay. Safe. And let's finish this. Ugh. That could have gone better.
What is this? What just happened? What happened is that you just lost, Demon God. I've rid these ruins of all the dead spirits gathered here. You no longer have even a single pawn to command. I said, what just happened?
Camazotz!
One move and I split her from head to toe with my scythe. Gah! So fast. You grabbed me before I even had the time to blink. Now, answer me, woman. What just happened here? How did you do it? Gah! You mean how I return your familiars to the earth? I just used my own dead spirits to banish your... No, the soldiers you commanded! You were treating those pale ghosts as though they were your own subjects, weren't you? Those ghosts were long dead. Any dreams they had vanished along with their souls. And you are going to tell me, what? That you remember each of their names? What? Answer me! Do you actually bother remembering them all? Do you really recall those dead people's names and deeds every single time you call upon them? Of course I do. Those ghosts were all once loyal subjects of the Pharaoh. Even if they are no longer with us, I still honor their names and deeds. A Pharaoh who reigned as briefly as I did is only able to exist as a heroic spirit because I share their pain. Gah! 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 Disgusting! Utterly disgusting! I want to tear my own skin off! I can't take it any longer! This is the worst day ever! Ruined by the worst woman ever! What even are those ridiculous rabbit ears? They make every hair of my body stand on end! I'm going to Yayahokwe for a healing bath! That spring, the source of night, should at least rid me of these awful chills! I'm not sure what he was talking about, but I get the feeling that it was very insolent indeed. Anyway, I didn't manage to land a hit on him, but does this mean we've driven him away?
I think this counts as victory.
Indeed, victory is yours, and I live to see another day. Thank you all so much. Nitocris, you did what no one else has ever been able to accomplish. You defeated Camazotz and drove him off. I have no doubt there's going to be a grand festival in Chichen Itza tonight. You should return there with your head held high. I see. A festival, huh? Wait, what?
Wow, you're right, Tapu. Spectacular work, Nitocris. No other warrior has ever managed to drive Camazotz away. The Downs will never forget what you've done. From now on, whenever they encounter a problem, they'll say, Nitocris didn't give up when she drove off that annoying bat. WWND. What would Nitocris do?
Insolence! Insolence!
Huh? Huh?
Still not fully grasping the situation.
Party's still going, by the sounds of it. I can still hear the Downs all the way out here. This is not how I imagined today would go, but at least college is super popular with the Downs now. Starting tomorrow, we should be able to focus on repairing the border again. But before that... Yes, we need to continue our discussion from earlier. It seems that the last cryptor, Davis Void, has a plan of his own, entirely separate from the foreign gods. He means to use ORT, wherever it is in this lost belt, to destroy the entire planet. So our top priority now, ahead of tracking down ORT or cutting down the Tree of Emptiness, is to stop Davis' plan. Though, of course, since we have not yet been able to detect the Tree of Emptiness, much less locate it, we can do little in the way of planning to cut it down.
Yeah, between crashing, getting taken prisoner, the surprise culture exchange, and the zombie attack. I honestly haven't even given a thought to searching for the Tree of Emptiness. How about you, Bear Draco, Mash? Have you two seen anything around that looks like it could maybe be the Tree of Emptiness? Nope. Hell, Maglan is chock full of mysteries.
I agree with Senpai. The surface is completely devastated, while this underground world teems with life. I think if we understood McLean's structure, we'd have no trouble figuring out where the Tree of Emptiness is, but...
You people are all overthinking this. Things like the Tree of Emptiness are always in the deepest, most inaccessible part of the world. So it seems clear to me that we'll find in McLean's Tree of Emptiness at the southernmost point, the ninth bottommost stratum. Singularly. And that means once the storm borer is back up and running, we can fly right to it. So for now, let's just be patient, give our technical advisor and Sion time to finish the repairs while we kick back and relax in our air-conditioned rooms. Not happening, Gordoff. Did you forget about the report of what happened in Mexico City? If we don't do something soon, we won't be able to stop the future where ORT wakes up, and we have no idea how long it will be until that happens. So the best thing we can do right now is stop Tezcatlipoca and Davis' plan before they can wake ORT up. Right, that slipped my mind. But the future they saw was already set, no? Will us stopping their plan change that?
Of course. If we do nothing, the future they saw in Mexico City will be set. But right now, we are still at the crossroads of the present. Should ORT wake, we will no longer be able to alter the future Tezcatlipoca showed us. However, if we can stop ORT from waking, the future is entirely in our hands. Yep, and that's why we need all the information we can get. Who exactly is Davis Void? How is he planning to wake ORT? For that matter, what exactly is ORT? We still haven't detected it in McLean, so right now, we can't even say whether it's asleep or dead. Without information, we can't really formulate a plan. As much as I wish otherwise. Unfortunately, we don't have any information. Unfortunately, we don't have any way of finding more information. Neither the Deinos nor the King of Dinosaurs seem to have any knowledge of things outside of Chichen Itza.
Maybe we could infiltrate Mexico City again and ask David himself. Nah, that's a dumb idea. Even if we manage to get in and find him, he'd sooner die than tell us anything. What should we do then? It's been less than a year since David came to this lost belt, the same as it was for the other cryptors. So where was he for all that time? What was he doing? Tezcatlipoca? Where exactly are ORT and the Tree of Emptiness? If only we could talk to someone who had the answers to those questions. Of course, we could never be so lucky for there to be someone around who conveniently has the knowledge we need.
Oh, is that all you need? Because I'm pretty sure you can find the Deinos who knows what the Crypto's been doing since his arrival. They're in Metztitlan. Too many consonants in a row, goddammit.
Metztitlan! Of course! What's Metztitlan?
How the fuck? Oh, sorry. The Deinos have been pestering me for more of your stories. So I came here and fetched Bell Draco and Mash. But your conversation was so interesting, I just couldn't help but listen, yes. I see. Sorry we didn't notice you. So, where's this, Metztitlan place? In our world's Aztec mythology, it is part of the name of the first of the 13 heavens, the bottommost domain where the moon moved. Katil Metztil. So from what you're saying, I gather it's some kind of moon-like facility overlooking all of Miquelon? That's right. Unlike the bastard in the sunglasses, I don't know much about the future, or causality, or any complicated topics. But I do still want to help you, so I decided to skip the council meeting in Miquelon and come here to talk. If you don't know the answer to a question, ask someone who does. And there's a very knowledgeable Deinos who's good at asking questions in Metztitlan Observatory, yes. So there's someone up there with an even greater knowledge of Miquelon than you? So who in the world is this person? Are they part of the teachings of the sun like you? Good question. The circumstances of our birth are pretty similar. If you think of me as Miquelon's new son, she is Miquelon's new land. She can never leave the place where she was born. And that place is the last destination humankind can reach on their own power, the observatory that was built in the 7th stratum. It's known as Metztitlan, the Terminal Observatory, and is home to Princess Squick. The stargazer known as Archetype Earth. She is the duplicate of the planet's soul. She has existed ever since Miquelon first came into being.
What? We're being an archetype?
The 7th stratum. Metztitlan, the Terminal Observatory, almost like Kalia Miquelon.
Thank you, Kukul Khan. I was expecting a lifeline, but you've truly proven to be our savior. Alright everyone, you heard the goddess. We're beginning a new operation. Bear Draco, Mash, Habitrot, Da Vinci, and Nitocris, over there. Having the time of her life. Prepare to leave for the 7th stratum at once. And could I ask you to accompany them too, Kukulkan? Da Vinci will only be there to handle data analysis. You're the strongest fighter around by far. We would be very grateful if you were willing to help Bear Draco.
Of course, yay! Thanks, Director. Now that I have the perfect excuse to cancel my annoying council meeting, I can't turn down a request for aid after all.
She and I will stay here to focus on repairing the border. Koinskaya, you're on guard duty. What will you do, Kadok? You'll be helpful no matter which group you go with. So you should go where you think you can do the most good. Okay, I'll stay at the border too. I can't help with the repairs. I'm going to go over the clock tower's files, since they might have something on David.
Oh, good idea. I think I'll do the same. The clock tower files are heavily encrypted though. We'll need to decrypt them one at a time.
I can help with that, though it will It will have to be in my downtime between repair tasks.
Alright then. Alright, that is settled. Let's get to work, everyone. Oh, but not right this second. Bear Draco and Kirillite still need to rest. You both have a responsibility to get 7 hours of sleep and 2 hours of relaxation each day. You will be departing tomorrow morning. Until then, take some time to enjoy Chichen Itza's nightlife if you like.
Why don't you spend the night in Chichen Itza too, Commander?
Good point. A chance like this doesn't come every day. If I think of it as like a vacation near a tropical rainforest, then maybe. No, wait, you can't fool me. I just know I'm going to be mistaken for a giant Stockta ball the moment I set foot outside. And passed around from Deinos to Deinos until I end up somewhere I don't even want to imagine.
But first, we should probably rescue Nitrocrest from the shrine. And since the Deinos want to hear more Lost Spell stories, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We've got a long journey ahead of us starting tomorrow, so this might be your last chance to talk to them. Make sure to tell them as much as you can.
And that's the story of the Chinese Lost Belt. Wow, a world of all vassals and just 1 human? Man, that's efficient. Really efficient. The vassals do all the heavy labor to keep the world running and provide the king with culture. The king evaluates it all and becomes the primary figure in making further advancements. Technological development could never take a wrong turn in a world like that. The other Lost Belt worlds were pretty astonishing too, but in terms of completion, the Chinese Lost Belt sounds like it was right at top.
I know what you mean. No one in this society had ever had to feel unnecessary suffering or want things they could never have. Complete, yes, I say it is. But at the level of the species, maintaining the status quo is effectively regression. No matter how stable the world a species lives in may be, if that species never changes at all, it'll only be a matter of time before other species surpass them, effectively causing them to degrade. But this Qin Shi Huang person managed all of those changes themselves, so long as they never made a mistake. The Chinese Lost Belt would have been powerful indeed. And they did not, in fact, make any mistakes, which is why their empire became eternal.
Ah, God.
It's just too bad their own lifespan was limited, not necessarily physically, since they didn't acquire an immortal body, but mentally. It almost sounds as though the Great Wall they built enclosed their mind as well as their nation. That part I honestly didn't understand. Why would a human of that caliber stop trying to grow their territory? Isn't that why they became emperor in the first place? To grow humanity's domain as far as possible? Maybe expanding into outer space just wasn't worth the cost? I say it was probably a combination of space travel not seeming to be worth the cost and an interest in pursuing their own evolution. Qin Shi Huang was the ultimate human in a very real sense. Their ideology was so lipstick, yes, but that was because they truly believed themselves to be the pinnacle of humanity. And since they were so strong in both mind and body, they probably never saw a need to compare themselves to others. It's the same ideal Kirishtaria tried to bring about. Qin Shi Huang loved their subjects and strove to advance the human species as much as possible. They were a perfected person, a true Zenren. But unfortunately, there was no one else in that world who could stand as Tishi Huang's peer, which ended up leaving them as the only human there was. So, they were a really, really hard-headed human? That kind of sounds like Tepu. He never lets anything stop him, even when he's all alone. Wow, these other Lost Belts are amazing. We can never try to keep surviving after an extinction. And none of us cared about having our species flourish or trying to evolve further. Really? But surely you guys don't want to go extinct either, right?
No, we do try to avoid death, but it's not the same thing as trying to avoid extinction. That would require a way of looking at things which was very focused on us. Specifically, we live for something bigger than ourselves. That said, no Deinos can put into words exactly what that bigger thing is. But you taught us that our world is a Lost Belt, a world that was meant to be pruned away. We're grateful to you for that. We're not envious of any of the other Lost Belts or of proper human history. Because we know that our Miquelon is already a complete and perfect world.
Yeah, we all love Miquelon and we're all grateful to Lady Kukulkan. But you know, I do wonder if our Lost Belt's as meaningful as the world as the other ones. I hope so.
I think it is. You're perfect in your own little way, even if you did stop advancing. It's literally utopia. Until, you know, David came.
There you are, Wak-chan. I've been looking for you. Are you feeling like your old self yet?
It's no use. Nothing I do works. I don't want to do anything at all. Ever again. Not until the sun disappears forever.
Your brainwaves aside, you seem like you're still in peak physical condition. So let me give you this message. The Kaldians will be heading to the 7th stratum at daybreak. If you would be willing to go with them as their porter, it would be a tremendous help.
Whoa, the 7th stratum? That's amazing. That's practically a stone throw. That's practically a stone throw from the dreaded land. Even I've only been there once. My dad took me when I was a kid, and I only remember seeing the stars there. That sounds like a ton of fun. I guess those guys would go anywhere as long as they have a goal. Oh, but Olga's gonna be there too, right? I don't know what to say to her. Now, I know I should have said something to cheer her up instead of just disappearing, but...
Wak-chan, Yu-Oka Marie is no longer in Chichen Itza. She and the Kaldians have gone their separate ways. I doubt she'll ever return.
Huh? How'd that happen? I thought they were friends. Oh, what do you know, Tepu?
This would seem to be a good time to explain. I can only guess based on information I've been able to piece together, but I believe Yu-Oka Marie tend to be, Kaldia's enemy. No, not just that. She may also be the greatest threat to the Deinos as well. You've heard their stories about proper human history and the Lost Belts, yes? And you know how the world outside ours, the civilization of Earth, was erased by the bleached Earth phenomenon, right? Well, the bleached Earth phenomenon didn't just erase civilization, it also scoured every living thing from the planet. The being responsible for this is the foreign god, An alien who wiped out over 7 billion humans all on her own. And you, Olga Marie, is that foreign god. At least, so I believe. There are a few points that don't quite add up, so I can't completely be certain. But all that aside, whether by coincidence or miracle, we were able to speak and travel with her for a time. But that was no more than a dream bound to end sooner or later. Quite frankly, our journey with her was a mistake.
You're kidding me. Please try to calm down, Lord VTuber. The king may not be here right now, but we are still in the presence of the Solar Sojourn. If you flap your wings too loudly...
Shut up! How are you not bothered by this? How long are those fools going to keep falling over all over themselves, fighting over those damn outsiders? Even the king of dinosaurs is going along with it. Have they no reverence at all for the holy Sakta shrine? That shrine is meant to be where we give thanks for the sun's cycle. It is not a place to celebrate outsiders. How many times are they going to make the same mistake before they get through their sick skulls? What good has foreign culture ever brought us? Those damn cryptors' knowledge has been nothing but poison. The inclusion of language has only created disparities between Deinos and the Oslo man. Between Deinos and the Oslo man have been growing stronger at an alarming rate. The only reason you Cretans aren't worried is because you don't know how far Mexico City has come. If there were other winged dinos besides me, they would tell you, just as I have, how terrifying that city really is.
Please calm down, Priest VTuber. Other priests will come by if you make too much noise.
No, they won't. They're all down there at the Sakta Shrine making fools of themselves over the story of Kamazot's defeat. They have no sense of urgency, no concerns whatsoever about the impending danger. Why is that? Is it because you Cretans never had any natural predators? Because you never knew how terrifying it is to be the only one of your kind? We must find a way to wipe out the Oslo man. We ignore Mexico City's growing power at our own peril. Dinos rule in Milan. It's about time we started thinking that way. And yet, Kukulkan has left the Oslo man to do whatever they please. Next thing you know, she brought back a human child and named him King of all Dinos. And then, just when we thought she'd gone off to observe Mexico City from a distance, she comes back dressed like a damn Ocelote. This all happened recently. Proper human history's knowledge has tarnished Milan and our son. In fact, that woman has been far too welcoming to those proper human history outsiders ever since he learned of this god concept.
You mustn't say such things, Lord VTuber. Please, at least refrain from putting such thoughts into words.
Shut up! This isn't my fault. It's the fault of the king and the god who made me think this in the first place. Who do you think I am, anyway? I'm a rare pterosaur. The only kind of dino blessed enough to be chosen by the skies. It should be me staying at the top of the dino society. Do you have any idea how much of myself I devoted to Milan for that purpose? Despair, repugnant king of dinosaurs. Despair, useless Kukulkan. That crypto showing up could change our entire culture. Wait. Yeah, That the crypto showing up could change our entire culture proves that we never had a culture of our own to begin with.
You're exactly right, Lord Vakub. No one loves McPlan more than you. You're the perfect Deinos to lead us all.
Alright. Moving ahead with the plan we discussed, tell Iskali I agree to a second meeting. In secret. I plan to steal his son. Huh. It's bold, I'll give him that. But it was at least worth hearing what he had to say. I certainly can't think of a better pretext. Fine. If it really will save our dying son, he can have Chichen Itza. That seems short-sighted.
Alright, section 12 complete. Next up, section 13. But we'll continue that tomorrow. That's good timing. Man. Looks like the story's finally gonna move along. Looks like all the players are laying out their plans. And David is not human. That makes a lot of sense. His precog powers are quite powerful. Alright. Looking forward to next time. Until then, thank you everyone who joined me today, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!